Hey there, it's Host Miner, and yesterday I got in this really cool Minecraft 1.11 RSG world record speedrun that had a time of 7 minutes and 34 seconds, which is insane considering that the current world record held by Spropl is 24 minutes, so about a 17-minute improvement from the world record. So I start off in a mesa biome, which I guess is kind of cool because there's a desert temple right nearby with a village, which I was really not expecting to happen. Most speedrunners probably would have just reset when they saw a mesa biome, but I decided to be different and actually play out the seed, which was really worth it in the end. So now I've gotten some logs and some carrots, and I'm digging into this desert temple where I get some pretty good loot, I guess. I get some string and gold and emeralds in it. Yeah, pretty nice, and also a god apple, which was really lucky. But then I had this vibe that if I dug down another block, there'd be a really crazy treasure room, which there actually was, which only has a 1 in 10 trillion chance of happening, and I just had a vibe that it was going to happen. I mean, I don't really know what kind of vibe was telling me there was actually going to be a secret treasure room in the desert temple, but there just kind of was. So I got some really cool enchanted diamond armor and tools, and also a bunch of golden apples and enchanted golden apples, and tons of potions that I never even ended up using, but I grabbed anyway. But now we dig into this blacksmith chest where we get 8 obsidian and a bit more gold. So now I run off in this direction to see if I can find anything good, and I actually got really lucky because I found a second village, and it's an exposed dungeon that was directly on the way to the village. So I just decided to loot it, which I just got a little bit of gold as well as a bucket. So now I continue into this way, hoping to get some flint, because I'm going to need a flint and steel to light my portal later, and actually find some gravel pretty quickly, so that was nice. And now I've got to dig out of this cave real quick so I can move on to the village and perform trading strats, since I happen to get a lot of gold and emeralds, so I figured why not do some trading with the cleric villager in hopes of getting like 10 or more ender pearls. So you'll see that in a second, but I move on to this blacksmith chest, which after I trade with this Fletcher for arrows, and my game lagged a little bit, but that's alright. So now we start trading with the cleric to get tons of emeralds so I can get ender pearls, and I actually got pretty lucky with the trade because in Minecraft 1.11, like, the ender pearl trade is on a range of costing 4 to 7 emeralds, and my trade just so happened to only cost 4, which was quite lucky. So now I already have 10 ender pearls. So I move on and figure it to be risky and not to try to go for more ender pearls, since I'm probably never going to be able to reproduce this godly of a pace again. So I start building a nether portal right here with the obby that I got from the blacksmith chests. So I eat some golden apples on my way into the nether, and I end up directly in a fortress, which is really lucky. So I head down here and look for the blaze spawners, which I found actually quite quickly, and I also found a chest that had 3 convenient pieces of obsidian in it because I ended up using a strat called divine travel that people normally do in Minecraft 1.16 random seed runs, but because the situation allowed for me to actually use divine travel strats because I had 10 obby, I figured to take advantage of it so I can get a world record. So now I have all the blaze rods I need to leave the fortress, so I'm leaving at a really godly pace. I'm about 3 minutes and 44 seconds leaving, which is really crazy, and I come back to the nether portal that I entered through so that I could throw some ender eyes to triangulate the location of the stronghold using a calculator. So I quickly craft 10 ender eyes, which is actually quite risky because who knows if there was actually going to be a 2-eye or not. But I throw one, and then I come over here and throw another, which I think this one actually broke, which made me kind of nervous about if I was actually going to get an end ender or not, but you'll see later what actually happens. So I come back to the portal now that I know where the stronghold is, so I can build my second nether portal, and I put the obsidian in my hotbar, and my calculator tells me what the coordinates are, so I can build my second portal, and I quickly get to this spot, which was actually quite close, so I didn't have to travel far to get to it or anything. And I just put diamond blocks around my portal because I kind of felt like it, so whatever. And I build my portal just like that, and now we land directly in the stronghold, fortunately. which was pretty nice. And we actually got lucky with the portal room navigation as well, but you'll see that in a second. And for some reason, when I came into the library to get my string, the game lagged a little bit, so sorry about that. But now I gotta craft a crafting table so I can get a bow and beds for the dragon fight. So I do that real quick, and I organize my inventory just a little, and then I craft these string and wood into beds so I can defeat the ender dragon. And now we gotta find the portal room, which I actually found it quite instantaneously, which was lucky. And my game lags again. I don't know why my game was so laggy, but whatever. Life moves on, and now we're on the end in like 5 minutes and 30 seconds or something crazy. And I actually got quite lucky with my end crystals. They usually don't spawn like so low to the ground, but for some reason that just kind of happened and I got lucky. So I'm like, okay. And I go around and start destroying the few end crystals that actually spawn successfully. I don't know what kind of glitch caused that to happen, but whatever. So I take out the 6 end crystals that actually spawned and that were really low to the ground, and actually got them down really fast, so that was nice. And the ones that were in iron bars were like nothing, because I just had to stack up a few blocks to break them. And now we got one more end crystal that I take down precisely, and now the dragon instantly perched as I destroyed the last end crystal, which was really convenient. So I start doing my 2 cycle, which is what speedrunners do in this version. You can't do a 1 cycle because the ender dragon's AI is different, so you kind of stab the dragon a few times and then blow up beds just like this. So yeah, my bed actually dealt an astonishing amount of damage, which was crazy. So now I gotta wait for a second perch, which was decently fast, so I head over here just to wait for my second dragon perch, and just still waiting, and the dragon perches soon enough, which happens in just a few seconds. Just waiting while the dragon is just flying around. It just takes a little longer, and now the dragon actually comes to land right here, so we can defeat the ender dragon. So I start hitting the dragon again, and I was like nervous at this point because if I messed up, I was going to literally lose an unbeatable world record. So unfortunately the dragon flew away, but the dragon instantly perched again, which was crazy, and I successfully beat the game in about 7 minutes and 34 seconds, which was really crazy. I got extraordinary luck, and I did not set anything up in creative mode or use splices or any other fake stuff. So yep, that was my speed run, and I do /seed. That's the seed right there for if you want to see it yourself. And yeah, that's what I got for my very real Minecraft 1.11 speed run.